You can easily build a mega menu using Elementor without installing any additional third-party add-on plugins. All you need is Elementor, Elementor Pro and any other theme of your choice. For this example, I'll be using the Hello theme. In this video, I will try to replicate the mega menu on the Tesla website using Elementor. So when you hover over vehicles, it shows you a drop down of the list of vehicles with the model number and links over here, and more links the right hand side. Energy, same similar links, and over here more links. Charging, discover, shop, and these icons are mainly links. If I go to question mark, this one it goes support, and if I go click on this icon, it goes to the login. Okay, so these are links, and this in the middle is the menu. Okay, so let's get started building the website. Okay, so before we get started, we need to activate the mega menu. In order to do that, we need to go to Elementor, then go to settings. Okay, then we need to go to advanced. Okay, over here we need to scroll down. Okay, go to features. Okay, features, we need to scroll down and activate nested elements active. Okay, then we need to scroll more down and activate this one, menu. This one is necessary for building mega menu, active. And also we need to activate flexbox container. Okay, so we need to also have this one active. Okay, so these three things we need to have activated. Now save changes. Okay, now let's go to pages and all pages. Then we scroll down. I already created a page called mega menu for this, so we need to just open this up, edit with Elementor. So this is just a similar setup I've done to build the mega menu. Okay, now so over here, so I'm going to apply the header on this page. So let's just keep this page. We need to build the header separately. So go to templates and go to theme builder. Okay, so I will add a header, new header, and I'm okay. I'll close the template options. I'm going to build it from scratch, and over here let's rename it. Okay, we are going to name it mega, sorry, mega menu 2, because I already tried out with the another name before, so I'll just save it as draft. Okay, so the first thing is, you see that there is the logo and there is the menu, and these are here are the icons. So there are three things need to be added. Okay, so firstly I'm going to add a flexbox container. Click on the plus icon over here and add a flexbox container. Add a single column flexbox container like this one. Okay, now we can set a minimum height to it. Suppose I say 85 pixels. Okay, minimum height flexbox container, and I'm going to add the logo. So I'm going to add the logo as an image. Okay, I've already downloaded the image of this Tesla logo. Great. So I'm just going to make it red instead of black. Okay, so I'll just add set width to it, maybe 250 pixels. Okay, maybe a bit less, 200 pixels to the logo. Okay, great. Then the menu. Okay, now if I search for the menu, just type in menu and you should get this one, menu. So you are only going to get this menu option if you activate those three things in the backend, which I showed a bit earlier: the nested elements, flexbox container, and the menu. So you need to activate these three features, only then you will get this menu, because the mega menu is still in beta phase right now. Okay, great. So you see the items over here, drop down content. If I turn this on and click over here, you see that it gets a nice drop down item. Okay, so before we do that, we need to add these three set of icons over here. Okay, so I'm going to make it them go side by side in a bit. No, don't worry. So I'm going to use the social icons as the to make the icons, and I'm going to use official colors instead I'm going to use custom colors. Primary colors, I'm going to let me copy the color of this logo. I'm just going to use the red color. Okay, red color. Okay, okay, red color. Okay, let me just try again. Okay, let's just reload the page again. There was an error. Okay, let's do this again. Flexbox container. Okay, image. Let's just choose a bit color. Okay, let's just, okay, width 200, and let's set the menu over here, menu. Okay, then the icons, social icons over here. Let's just add a bit of color to it. Let's make it a custom color, and secondary color, let's make it black. And for the primary color, let's make it transparent, and let's make the border radius, unlink the border radius, and let's make the padding 0. Okay, great. Padding 0, and the spacing between them we can increase like this. Okay, great. Now to make them go side by side, simply click on the main container and just turn this option on row horizontal. Okay, okay, now you see that these are not looking nice. So what you can do is that you can have space between or center. Okay, for this menu we need to make sure that it is aligned to the center. Okay, let me go over here, item position center. Okay, now you see that these are placed nicely. Okay, now click on the main container again and go to place them center. So these are nice looking. Okay, great. But the icons aren't matching that well. To make the icons, question mark, globe, and profile. Okay, okay, now simply Facebook make this question mark. Now let's make it all icons question. See question mark icon over here, and then you get this globe icon, globe, or just search for it, all icons, globe. Maybe this one I can choose. Okay, and then for the third profile, or I can, for the third one I can search for user. Okay, user, all icons, user, this you see, you find this. Okay, so now we got these items, right? Okay, so let's for the this one, let's set a minimum height to this main container, minimum height of maybe 100 pixels. Okay, and then let's make the logo a bit more smaller, maybe 150, no, 150 pixels. Okay, great. Now let's just simply copy this item, vehicles, energy, charging, discover shop. Okay, click over here and simply vehicles, energy, energy, charging, charging, discover shop, discover and shop. So these are the menu items over here. Great. Now what you need to do is that let's start with the vehicles. Let me say we just read draft for the first. Okay, And for the vehicles, if scroll over vehicles, this is the menu items over here that appear. Okay, so firstly for the vehicles I need to turn on this drop down content. Okay, now if I click over here, you see it provides me a section, okay, where I can add widgets. Okay, great. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a container over here, container, and make sure that it's two column, because over here it's two columns. Okay, two columns over here. Okay, so let's make it a two column container, and let's just assume that it's 70% or 80% and this is 20%. Okay, because it that doesn't take that much space. So make sure that 70 and this one is 20. Great. Or we should make it, sorry, 80 20, 80 and 20. Great. Now what we're going to do, we're going to place more containers like this. Okay, so it goes, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So let's place one container over here. Container, let's search for a container. Okay. Oh, in this container you got the car image. Let's download this image, car image. Let's see if this car image is works or something. Yeah, it detects. Thankfully, it detects. Okay, great. It looks great. Then what we're going to do, we are going to add a title below it. Okay, so let's use the title element, title, heading element is too big. Let's see what font they're using. Inspect. Universal sans. Just maybe we can use just a sans type of font instead of maybe PT sans. Yeah, we can use this type of font. Okay, and maybe we can use it 25, maybe a bit less, 18 or 20, I guess 20. Let's check the font size over here again. Just let's make just sure that the font size are similar. Font size is 17 pixels and these smaller links are 14 pixels. Great. So let's make it 17 pixels. Okay. Now let's just copy the model number over here. What's model number is model S. Model S. Okay. And learn and order. Let's choose the list element. Okay. Sorry, duplicate. Learn and order. So these are links. Okay. So when you go over here, it will take you to another link. Okay, to another page. So learn and order, we don't need the icons, check mark icons, we can remove that. Okay, now just place them side by side like this. Okay, and let's center align this. Center align these two. Okay, great. Text, let's make the text size to 14. Okay, now we can also make them underline, decoration, underline. Okay, great. So we have our first box of the car. Okay, then we need 1 2 3 4 5 6, so we can duplicate it 6 times. Okay, but before we do that, we need to turn on. So this is the container. So this the within this container, the first column, we need to firstly turn this on, direction row. Okay, now let's duplicate it 6 times. Duplicate duplicate, duplicate. So 4, 5, 6. Okay, great. But the problem you see that over here it is like 4 cars together. Okay, 4 cars together. So to fix that issue, over here on this container over here, we need to turn on this wrap option. Okay, and 4 means it's around 25% each. Okay, but we're going to make sure that it is a bit less than 25, such as 23, so that it compensates for the margins and paddings, okay, within the elements. So for this container, we're going to set width to 23%. You see, copy, paste style. So you see now it's going side by side. Okay, paste style. Okay, great. 2 more left. Paste style and paste style. So you see now it is exactly like this one. Okay, over here. So all you need to do is transfer the content. So let's do that right now. Let's save it as draft. Okay, so model 3. So this one is model 3. Let's just download the car image. Okay, so this one, click over here. Let's replace the car image. Okay. Okay, car image, let's replace and replace this title with model 3. Great. And then for this, sorry, not this vehicles, save images, replace the text, model X, save images, model Y, replace the car image, model Y, Cybertruck. Let's download this image. Let's replace the image over here. And rename it as Cybertruck. Cybertruck. Great. And now the lastly, this one, help me choose. Save images. Simply come over here, replace it. Okay. Okay, it's loading. Let me just save it as draft. Let me firstly replace, help me choose. Let me just replace the content. Help me choose. And over here you have only one get started. Okay, so it should be one link, should be get started. Get started. And let's just replace the car image over here. Okay, great. So this side I'm done. Let's save it as draft again. Okay, so you see that we are going somewhere over here. Okay, and then over here right side you get the links over. You see this border over here. Let's try to do this. Go over here on the on the second main container. Okay, then style, border type solid, unclick the border width, and on the right hand side we're going to apply a border. Sorry, not the right hand side. Sorry, right hand side 3, and let's just add a light color to it. F0, F0, F0. Okay, now let's check it out how it looks. Why it's showing up? Okay, let's just save it as draft. Preview. Let's do a preview of it. See, this is how it looks. Okay, when I hover over vehicles. Okay, but why did let me reload the page again? Okay, okay, now let's just okay, now we're back. Okay, now you got the links over here on the right hand side: inventory, use cars, demo drive, trading. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, list. For this we are going to use the list element, icon list, but we don't need the icons. Okay, just list. So let's just remove the icons from each one. Okay, great. And inventory, 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 used cars, used cars, sorry, cars, demo drive, demo drive, trade in, compare, help me charge. Okay, then hit semi rotor, split, semi, sorry, road star. Okay, now let me just choose type text over here, typography, PT sans. Okay, PT sans, and weight semi bold like this, so it looks somewhere like this. And on this container over here we can add a padding. Okay, so on the left hand side you see spacing over here. Okay, to do that, unlink the padding, top, bottom 10, right 10. Okay, on the left add a bit more padding, 30, or maybe 30 is fine. Okay, and over here click on the list and let's increase the space between. Okay, like this over here. Great. So the first one is done. Okay, energy, for the energy you see it's very similar. 4 of them are side by side and we got rest on the right hand side. So what we can do, we can let me go inventory. Let's go to the items. Let's go to the items over here. and we can duplicate these vehicle items, okay, and use it for the energy. So let's duplicate the vehicle items. Let's, okay, duplicate, and okay, when you click over here, you get the same thing. Then remove the energy and go to the second vehicles and rename it as energy. Okay, energy. Okay, whites. Okay, okay, energy. Okay, okay, great. Energy. Okay, it's saving. Sorry for the delay. Let's see how it looks on the front end. Okay, okay, so let's wait a bit. There might be a delay with the internet. Let me just let me pause the video and fix it first. Okay, so I managed to save it. The internet was gone for a bit. So for the energy, I get the same kind of thing because I duplicated the vehicles one. Okay, so let's go to energy and click on this energy link over here, energy drop down. Let's just reload the page so that everything is cleared up. Okay, 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 it's loaded. Okay, let's click on the menu, go to energy. So drop down corner turned on. Let's click over here. Okay, now let's go over here. So solar panels. So we only need four of them. Okay, four of this like this. We don't need these two. So we are going to delete these containers over here. So first one, solar panels. Um, let's just download the image. Save images. Save. Okay. Solar panels. Okay, great. And then solar roof. Save images. Let's name it as solar roof. Power wall. Let's download this image. So we can name it power wall. Okay. And for this one, mega pack. Okay, let's just download this, save this image. And rename it mega pack. Mega pack. Save draft. Okay. Now let's just replace content over here. Schedule a concentration. Let's just try to copy this. Okay. Energy. Sorry. Okay, let's try to copy this. Okay, energy. Okay, schedule a consultation. Okay, schedule a consultation. Let's copy this one. Let's go to the link over here. Schedule a consultation. You can place the link over here, and then why solar. So these are all links. Inspect this one. Why solar? Why solar? Incentives. Support. Partner with Tesla. Commercial. And then finally, utilities. Utilities. Okay, now remove the two more. Okay, so we're also done with the energy. Drop down over here, save it as draft. Okay, and then go to charging. Okay, for the charging one, we only have three. Okay, we can do that. Let's just do this. Let's go over here and okay, so let's just go to the mega menu over here. Let's duplicate the energy one. Let's remove the charging one over here below that and rename it as charging. Charging. Okay, charging. Let's save it as draft. Okay, so that we all have everything saved. Okay, let me try to refresh this page. Again, internet issue. Okay. Okay, let me pause again. Okay, so back again. Okay, so the charging. Okay, we need to edit the charging one over here. Let's go to charging and click over here. Let me reload this page. Sometimes, so it's a new element, so it sometimes gets stuck a bit. Charging. Okay, home charging. Okay, okay. So let's go to charging over here and click on charging over here, charging, and we only need three. Okay, over here, so we can remove one container and we can click on this container and maybe we can do space between or maybe center. Okay, space around. This one is perfect. Or you can do center. Yeah, it matches perfectly. Okay, great. And firstly, we can do charging. Charging. Let's download the image first for charging. sorry, save images, charging, learn, learn, home charging. Let's download the image. Great. Home charging, and then supercharging, supercharging. Supercharging. Okay. And for the links, okay, let me just copy the links. Let me charge. Okay. Help me charge. Then charging calculator. Charging with Next. For charging, porting. Commercial charging. So done. Up to this one is also done. Charging. Now let's do discover. Okay, so for the discover, you only need to have these three type of list. Okay. Okay, so let's go over here and maybe for the charging, let's go to the main menu and let's duplicate this one, charging. Again, let's remove the discover one and rename the charging as discover. Okay, discover, discover. Great. Now save it as draft first so that we have our changes saved. Okay. Mm. And okay, so let's customize the discover one. So in the discover one, you see that um okay, let's go to school. We only have these kind of things. Okay, this kind of arrangement, only three columns. Okay, so for the discover one, let's click over here. Okay, let's just reload the page. So sometimes it gets stuck a bit. Okay, Okay, so for the discover, let's click over here, and what we can do, we can let's just we can use this list. Okay, for the discover we can, okay, maybe we can use the copy and paste it below the title. Remove this one, delete, remove the image, delete, and let's just right align it. Okay, and we can delete these two containers, and maybe we can duplicate it 2 times. Okay, duplicate it another time and remove this container over here, and sorry, and make sure that it is 100%. Okay, great. Now it is like a full width. Okay, now let's just make sure the text color is something like this. Mm, let's make it a bit lighter. Okay, copy and paste the styles. Okay, then resources, copy this text, resources, copy demo drive, insurance, military purchase program, video guides, customer stories, events. Delete the last one. Okay, now for this one, look, it should be location services, and let me see how many links we need over here. 1 2 3. Okay, let's just keep 3 and delete the rest. Find us, find us, okay. Second, let's do the third one now. Company, for this company about. For the last this one, let's also keep 3 and delete the rest. Okay, now what are you going to do? We're going to go to shop. Okay, shop, you see that there are 4 columns like this. Let's see if there was we can copy this energy one and remove the this right hand side text links. Okay, Let me see, we can go to the menu, energy, let's duplicate it, move it below shop and rename it, delete the shop one, rename energy as shop. Okay, okay, shop. Great, let's save it as draft. Okay, saved as draft. Okay, now what is it? Okay, let me just reload this page. Okay, so for shop, okay, okay, reload. For the shop, let's see how many columns. Okay, for the shop, you see that we have just four of this. Okay, so we can remove this one, delete, and make this main one 100%. Okay, great. And now simply just swap the images. Save. Okay, charging. Just just write it down. Okay, let's just write it down. Charging, vehicle accessories. Let's rename it vehicle accessories. Sorry for the spelling mistake. Just apparel. Apparel. Lifestyle. Okay, let's just download the lifestyle image. Lifestyle. Okay, great. Let's just save it as draft. And then let's refresh and see how it looks. Okay. So we have actually finished replicating the menu. Okay. You see over here, this is the original one. Okay. And here is the one which I created. Okay. So very close to the original one. Okay. Now let's just apply it to a page. So the original one is transparent over here, as you see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply it to a page over here. Let's go to pages, and I'm going to add it to this mega menu page. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this header, and I'm going to firstly what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this main container. Okay. So to make it transparent, firstly go to advanced and let's set a Z index of 50 and then add a margin. So we have set a minimum height of 100. So to make it cover, we need to add a bottom margin of 100 minus 100. Okay. So it will pull the contents. Okay. Publish. Add condition. We can add it to entire site, but I already have another on another kind of header. So I'm just going to apply it to a singular page. Okay. Pages. Let's add it to the page. I've already created the page mega menu. Okay. Mega menu. Before I save it, I'm going to show you the page. Okay. So this is the page with the default header. And now I'm going to publish this mega menu header to this mega menu page. Save and close. Okay. Now let's refresh this page. And you see we have got our header over here. Okay. Maybe it's better if we make it white. Let's come over here and color white. Okay. Color white. Update. Okay. Let's refresh the page. Okay. Now you see. Okay. So it's very similar to the original. Let's check the mobile view over here. Inspect. So on the mobile view, obviously, there is not much space over here. So you see the mega menu. It's not a mega menu anymore. You see, it's a very simplified one. For mobile, all you need to do is like set up a WordPress menu. Okay, a simplified WordPress menu instead of a mega menu. Okay, that's how it should be on mobile. Because on mobile, it is not easy to have a mega menu structure like this. So on mobile version, all you need to do is all you need to do is go to appearance, menus, create a menu and set up a menu like this over here, and just have a header for the mobile version only with the WordPress menu, not the mega menu. Okay, because on mega menu won't have any display like this on the mobile menu. Okay, see. And what you can do, we can have um, a certain date of height to it if you want. Okay, let's go over here. We can add a height, maybe energy vehicles. Okay, just so we have done our finished our mega menu. We have built our mega menu. Okay, we have replicated the Tesla website mega menu using Elementor and WordPress. So this is how we can create mega menu in Elementor. Uh, I hope you have followed this tutorial and build your mega menu using Elementor. So it would greatly help me out if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.